Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of the Jedi Knight walkthrough for Star Wars The Old Republic. There are spoilers. Be warned.
You're too late, Jedi. Like all the other times. The Flesh Raiders already came. They already took their victims. My father knew these mountains. He helped guide the patrols when he could. But when the Flesh Raiders appeared, he never made it home. He wasn't young, but he deserves better than to be ripped apart. Show compassion, Jedi. Find him, and kill any raiders who'd stop you.
I'll do everything I can to find your father.
Be well, then. But more important, be quick. Please. If you find him, if he's hurt or confused, you'll know him by his golden promise ring. He wouldn't part with it. Not until death.
Why oh why must they always give away what's gonna happen? When they tell you somebody's got something and they're not gonna part with it until death, what condition do you think I'm gonna find this guy in? I'll just let you answer that for yourself while we move up here and pick up another side quest.
Come over here, Jedi, and spare a moment for a humble servant of the matriarch. I promise, your other dealings will wait. My name is Vidariat Aeon. I minister to the bodies and spirits of the villagers, and I have a request. I speak of the Flesh Raiders. Of late, we've seen them growing stronger, and I know why.
You have my complete attention.
The Flesh Raiders have been experimenting, concocting an elixir that makes them ravenous. The ones who drink it go mad. Their lips froth, and they pounce like starving animals. It's black medicine, primitive and evil.
How could Flesh Raiders learn to do something like that?
I have no idea. Such wickedness is beyond our comprehension. We lack the numbers to attack the Flesh Raiders directly, and not even the Jedi could wipe the monsters from this world. But with our warriors' help, the Jedi could reach the Flesh Raider caves and destroy their vats of elixir.
Then count me in.
Thank you for this. Otimus Mare knows where the vats are hidden. He is our guard captain. Talk to him to learn the Raiders' secrets.
Nothing personal there, a person who sent me a random party invite, but it kind of is a lot easier to film this kind of stuff. If you're just on your own, going your own speed, if I need to do something over, I can, to get it on tape and make it look good. So it's just simpler to record it by yourself. And here's a continuation of the main storyline.
Greetings, Matriarch. Master Orgus Din has sent me to help you fight the Flesh Raiders.
So the Jedi finally deigned to recognize my people's suffering. How noble. Nothing to do with the attack on your training grounds, I'm sure.
How did you learn about the attack? It only just happened.
We heard the sounds of your battle. Watched the attack from a safe distance. Now you know what we endure. My scouts have tracked the Flesh Raiders for months. Watched them grow in strength. I will share what we've discovered. But only if you agree to protect my people. We suffer.
Mother, you need rest. Let me carry this burden for you.
The Matriarch appears sick. Does she need a doctor?
Thank you, but we have our own healers.
This is my daughter, Rana Dalven. She and Scout Chief Morint here will speak for me. I must attend to other matters.
Personally, I don't care why you've come. As long as you destroy the Flesh Raiders. Ever since they got their new weapons and gear, they hunt us like animals. The enemy has a camp in the valley nearby. My scouts say the Flesh Raiders store their weapons and other tech in a cave.
Removing that technology will neutralize the Flesh Raiders.
We need to strike fear into the Flesh Raiders, sabotage their weapons. Fix it so they blow up in their ugly faces.
How would we do that?
Their technology is standard Republic design. We could overload the power circuits and plasma coils. Here, I'll show you. Sabotage would thin the Flesh Raider numbers and eliminate their technological advantage.
If you brought that technology here, we could defend ourselves with those weapons.
Either one of those plans could work.
My people aren't afraid to fight for their homes. We just lack the means.
This debate is pointless unless you can get inside that cave. You'll need one of the leader's access keys.
Find the Flesh Raider technology and do what you think is best. Good luck, Master Jedi.
So in the end, we're basically going to end up killing more Flesh Raiders, but we've got to make a decision. We're going to infiltrate a cave, and do we destroy the weapons that the Flesh Raiders have, or do we bring them back and let the villagers defend themselves with them? Decisions that must be made, the weight of the world on my shoulders. In the meantime, here's a neat little side quest.
More young Jedi in Kalikori, I see. I am Yulef Fan, Master of Rituals. I welcome you. You wish to participate in the ceremony, I presume? You understand the dangers?
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
You've not been told, then. I apologize. Many of your brethren, your Padawans, come to Kalikori to perform our rite of passage. Those who endure the ceremony are awarded an audience with Kolovish to receive her wisdom and her gifts.
Why would Jedi participate in pilgrim rituals?
To prove their strength, to gain rewards, to show friendship. Kolovish lives in the mountains above, once our leader. Now she is our guide and protector. To complete the ceremony, you must walk the 1,000 steps to her home. You must carry a burning brand and light the signals along the path. You must protect the flame from beasts and flesh raiders. This will prove your worth. If you wish, I will ignite the brand. It burns only a short while, but if you are deserving, it will be enough.
I'm ready to carry the flame.
Then go, and light each of the signal fires along the mountain path. When you reach the end, you will find Kolovish.
Now, when he said that the brand only burns for a short amount of time, I was kind of expecting a quest timer to pop up here. And in all honesty, I do not enjoy those types of things. Luckily, that did not happen. I'm sure probably if I'd have walked away from this area, I would have had to have gone through all that again. But there's no quest timer, so you're not like in a big rush and get down, and then the very last second ticks away as you're climbing the final steps, and then you have to completely do the whole thing over with. They didn't do that. That's spectacular on their part. We do climb the path of 1,000 steps and light a few brands and kill a few things on the way. We'll skip forward just a little bit here, mainly because there were nearly a minute of just kind of running up the path with not much going on. Not sure if somebody would come in front of me and kill some of the enemies along the way, but there just wasn't anything going on. So we skipped to the part where we kill some flesh raiders, because at the end of the day, that's really what we're here for, isn't it? So we'll move on and kill another pack of flesh raiders using our Force Leap and then our big Force Sweep AoE ability, pretty much devastating some faces and taking out the enemy. And we'll move over and show you lighting one of the signals here. Nothing complicated, just walk over to it. It was kind of blinky, click it, and it activates. So we slowly make our way up the path of 1,000 steps, killing enemies on the way, lighting the signals, collecting our fat loots, watching other people run by. And as we make our way through the trial, we eventually find our way to the tower. Now, you didn't miss anything super exciting, obviously. When I skip past stuff, it's either repetitive or completely pointless. I should have probably skipped past the part where we climb the spiral staircase, but finally we make our way to the top, and here we find Kolovish.
You perform the rite of the pilgrims well, Jedi. I saw the signal fires as you climbed the path. Very few of your kind make it this far. I am Kolovish, first matriarch and reader of the ancient texts. I led our people to this planet, and I welcome you.
It's a privilege to meet you, Matriarch.
And it is my privilege to meet a Jedi who accepts our ways. Even our own kind, the other Twi'leks, they mocked us and denied the authority of the matriarchs. That is why we came here. Now you've completed the ritual, and you are friend to the pilgrims. You share our burdens, and you share our strength.
I'm tremendously honored.
Take these gifts. We have very little, as you must know, but you are Jedi. You share our world, and you face a difficult future.
What makes you think that?
It is the way of Jedi to face darkness. I believe you will face the darkness of our world, and perhaps beyond. Go to your duties now, and as we part, know that my blessings go with you.
Hey, alright, you complete the Trials of Clovis and you get gloves. Spectacular. So we'll head back to town and prepare to continue our other quests, but on the way there's one more guy who'd like to have a word with us.
Jedi, I think I know what you've been doing. Vidaria sent you to speak with me. She told you about the Flesh Raider elixir, didn't she? How it makes the Flesh Raiders strong. Vidaria's been looking for a way to destroy the elixir, but she's making a terrible mistake. We shouldn't destroy the elixir, we need it, and I'll pay you well if you bring it to me.
I'm not here to bargain with you. Just tell me where the elixir is.
But I can pay you credits, Republic credits, more than Vidaria will offer. The elixir can make our guardsmen strong. Yes, it may change them, but it will work. We can defend our village and destroy our foes. Imagine, if the elixir can make a Flesh Raider powerful, what would it do for a pilgrim warrior? Bring it to me, and you will be rewarded, praised.
I won't help you feed the elixir to the pilgrims.
Fine. Obey the orders of an old woman and destroy the elixir. But pilgrim blood is on your hands. The elixir is in the caves beyond our village. I doubt Jedi can even come close to the vats.
If there's one thing you should never do, brother, it's doubt a Jedi. So then we move out into the Flesh Raider infested area to continue our quests. Right here, you're going to watch me. If you look down to the left on the ground, run right past a quest item for one of the quests. Yes, I do complete every quest and then have to come all the way back up here to get that. Don't ask me why or how I didn't see that. I just didn't. The first quest that we'll do while we're up here will be go into the cavern and destroy the Flesh Raider elixir. We were given the option to bring it back to the last Twi'lek dude we spoke to. He wanted to pay us in order to use it for some of their soldiers. So I guess you can kind of make the decision of what you want to do with it, just like with the weapons. Do you destroy them? Do you bring them back? I chose to destroy the elixir. The weapons, you don't have to make the choice until you actually get back into the village. The elixir here, as you'll see, some of the Flesh Raiders are already dead thanks to the guy in front of me. All we have to do is destroy the elixirs as we go by. Just glad as he goes by and kind of does his thing, doesn't necessarily destroy them for me, so I don't have to sit and wait for each individual elixir to respawn, which is good. Yet another thing they've done to keep this from being extremely frustrating. Combat really starts to feel more fluid and engaging at this point. We're level 4, probably got an ability that needs to be trained that we don't have yet. But we've got, 3 or 4 different abilities that we're using every time that we go into combat. It's really making the animations be fluid and kind of make you feel like you're really doing something the entire time you're fighting, where, like I said in the first video, the first level or two where you've only got the 1 or 2 buttons to push, you can just kind of feel like you're just kind of pushing a button, waiting for it to come off cooldown and push another button. Now it's really starting to round itself out, and you kind of feel like you're doing something the entire time, almost like an action combat type deal, since they've taken away the auto attack. Kind of gives you that feeling a little bit. Every time you push a button, it's important because that's the only way you're going to do damage. If you don't push the button, you don't do any damage. As we make our way further into the cave, we run into this story area, as you can tell by the green light we just walked through. And this is going to be the part where we got to keep killing Flesh Raiders, of course, because that's what we've done the entire time. And we're going to make our way to find the weapons that they're using and make the decision whether to keep those or to destroy those. As we move through the cave, there's pretty much just walking through, killing flesh raiders as we go. Kind of the same old stuff we've been doing the entire time. And then we run into this big baddie right here. This is the Flesh Raider War Master, and as you can see in our quest objective tracker in the top right hand corner, we need to recover a key from him. And by recover, of course they mean kill and retrieve from his cold dead body. So that's what we'll do. Unfortunately, what should probably feel a little more like a boss fight ends up just kind of being standing here exchanging blows. Nothing super exciting except that he just takes longer to kill than everybody else does. But we do get the key, and we access the console and move into the next room. There is the weapons cache. And as we activate, we are left with a decision of what to do with what we have found. Light side choice is to take it to the villagers. Apparently, dark side choice is to sabotage it.
Twi'leks can defend themselves.
So we choose to take it with us, and look at here.
Don't worry, little guy. I'll get you out of here. Good thing the Flesh Raiders don't eat droids.
Teach our soldiers how to use these weapons. Train them on the Twi'lek invaders.
When will we strike against the Jedi?
Patience, Caliph. The Jedi will fall when our army reaches full strength.
I never understood the need for restraining bolts anyway.
Well, obviously somebody wants the Twi'lek dead, and we are going to be the ones who stop that, and we've made a little friend. That's going to do it for part 3, guys. If you like what you've seen, don't forget to the like button down in the bottom left-hand corner there. It really helps the channel out a lot when you do that. Favorite the video, subscribe to the channel, all that kind of good stuff. Tell a friend, and check out our gaming blog at TheInnerGeekZone.com. And we'll see you in part 4.